I think we have a breakthrough. As you can probably see here, I have managed to get a bit of a breakthrough, and now I'm trying to push through and surround these 60-ish enemy divisions. And that should hopefully not be too hard, although it doesn't really seem like it's going to work. Send in the reserves to help out. Oh, never mind. Actually, yeah, let's just retreat. Retreat back to the defensive lines. Well, we got a bit of a taste. And ooh, why are you attacking there? No, don't. Got a bit of a taste of what might be to come. In other news, things are going okay here. When it comes to aircraft, that could be better. We are whittling away at the Chinese Air Force a little tiny bit. As you can see, still around 4,500. Which is way more than we have, unfortunately. And ooh, they're bringing in lots of troops. 100 divisions. But, as you can see, at this point they're really starting to be depleted. Like, really heavily. So that's what I really like. Unfortunately, the construction repair really isn't doing its job as much as I would like it to. And I still have tons of damaged buildings. Which is still a bit of a problem. And at this point, I'm almost feeling ready to try a new offensive, like this. Something like this. And then I'm going to bring in these reserves as support, like this, so that my offensive actually has ways to continue on. Okay. Seems to be doing fairly well. We're getting progress done, pushing them away. Problem is, their air force is working against us here. So we can't actually push through, which is very unfortunate. Despite the fact that their troops really are starting to be depleted. We need to find some way to deal with the Chinese Air Force because they're just bringing in the pain on us. At this point, however, their losses have just reached ridiculous levels. And it's pretty safe to say that the lines will hold. The question is, can we push into China? That kind of air superiority on their side is going to not be easy. Especially since my production of fighters, while it is going up, still is not enough to actually get some new air wings going. It's only enough to replace the old ones. Let's try to... these are all close air supports, okay. Yeah, there's a problem. The problem that if I put aircraft here... Okay, I know what to do. This is going to basically make everything the same, except... I still got air support here. And now I'm actually contesting the skies over southern China, although... somehow this is not in range? What? How? 0%. Oh, because of supply. Right. So the supply situation is bad enough that I can't do anything about it. I could build an airfield on Hainan, however. Oh no, that's anti-air. Airbase. Wait, what? It says it's got a level 10. Oh, it does have a level 10. Good. So I can just bring them over to Hainan. And at this point, yeah, I've got 100% mission efficiency. Really nice. I've also got a radar station here. Very nice. And this dish eventually should give me air superiority. Although for some reason it says that their air power is 2000, although I don't exactly see how that is possible, considering it says there's only 82 enemy fighters active. Oh, they have 800 UAVs. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Well, we can start shooting them down. And helping out ground troops a little bit more. Is there a connection between these two provinces? Yes, it appears so. At this point, this should also help out in this scenario. Although clearly not enough. If you saw my numbers, they were like absolutely not having a good time. What about Japan? Okay. So this definitely should help. Problem is it doesn't really tell me about the 2,500 UAVs that they're using against us. As you can see, that is doing quite a lot of damage to our divisions, but we've already shot down 43. So that is going to help us out quite a bit. Send some reinforcements up here, because that combat isn't going quite as well as it could be. Missing equipment. Oh, right. Doesn't really matter. And fulfilled imports. Aluminum from the United Arab Emirates. Well, I don't particularly like when you don't give me my aluminum. So I'll just grab it from Canada instead. It appears like I have all... well, I don't really have a lot of chromium needs anymore. Okay, let's rearrange the oil as well. Oil can come from Russia, because it's an easier trade route. Less likely to get attacked. In the meantime, my navy took a bit of a beating, and now is getting repaired. I've also got a new carrier. Excellent. Let's get it some attack aircraft. And to make sure that that does happen, let's cancel these out because I don't need these close air support wings anymore. And we're also starting to upgrade our industry again. Now that we're in 2006, this is becoming important again, as new techs are available. Let's see if we can go in now. Nope, we cannot. Although their troops are really starting to hurt at this point. The problem is still their air forces. And that's a big issue that we're going to have to resolve. We still don't have a lot of bombers coming in to their casualties. This is probably mostly because, one, there's so damn many enemy bombers. And two, our air detection is bad. What? I think that's a nuke sound. And I'm not sure where I got nuked. Could have been southern Japan. But it doesn't really look like it. That's definitely not nuke damage. Oh well. Now, we've still got this army. Yeah, some of it's in the Philippines as well. I could try to do something with it. I wonder if the enemy forces in other areas are just as depleted as the ones in Vietnam in the front line. Problem is, as you can see, my navy is very heavily damaged. It just needs to be repaired, at least at this point. Okay, got my new APCs. Very good. And at this point, I feel like... Got my land doctrines, yes, of course. Could get new support companies, but just gonna go for the new rifles. New mechanized, go in production, and get my new oil. How's the construction going? Okay. Seems like some of my civilian factories have been repaired, which is pretty decent. We've only gotten 58 damaged civilian factories and 20 damaged military factories. Pretty good. So we're at least disrupting them a little bit. Ooh! Apparently we have air superiority now. Somehow. We're really starting to hurt into their bomber force a little bit. Kind of. Okay. Let's try to go in again. Oh, very low supply. That's not good. And it's not even the naval bases, it's just the infrastructure. And the infrastructure cannot be repaired because of the constant combat. That's why it's in very low supply. But hey, at least their areas are going to start taking some damage from the counterattacks that we've been doing. At this point, I'm trying to cross the strait into Hainan mainland. Problem is, as you can see, things aren't working out too well because of the Air Force problems. And they're still trying to naval invade me, but it's not really working out. Good. This is actually hilly terrain and not mountains. This is mountains. This is plains? Yes, this is plains. So when my time comes to counterattack, I should probably go through this province, as it is plains. That seems like a pretty crucial little detail. Let's see, can I punch for you? No, I cannot. Most likely because of the Chinese Air Force's influence. Of course, my Marines up here have been getting decimated by the airstrikes. That's kind of a problem. My fleet, at this point, it's close to getting repaired fully. That's good. And looks like we're gonna lose this province. Oh no, just in the nick of time, getting some reinforcements. And now I can send in some more from my reserves. Very good. Oh. Air superiority in central Japan, not very good. Get some more damage off on them. Very nice. Hmm. Okay, so things are going pretty okay. What about the aircraft? Well, we're still not really killing a lot of them. Oh, hi. Rip the Philippines. Yeah, these divisions are worthless at this point. Let's just spam them so that their equipment can go towards reinforcing some other divisions. Okay, then you go and that. What about my fighter production? Well, still going pretty sluggishly. We produce more than one per day. The problem is that is not enough because we're losing tons of them. And we don't have really the military factories to start building a lot of them. Now, without a huge fighter swarm gaining a air superiority over southern China, there really isn't much that we can do to win this war. Just kind of sad. And we need, for Japan, like, the amount of aircraft that we have for Japan is enough. Let's get that extra agility. This is the entire reason I got this doctrine. Oh boy. Must prevent them from being able to drop another nuke. Okay. Oh boy. Gotta keep Hainan under control. Damn it. This is so damn hard. Construction speed, I believe that is going to increase repair as well. So let's do that. Still don't know how China managed to get through to West Papua, but that's fine. The Navy is getting repaired, good. Really, they invaded down here. That's weird. Ooh, get back in here, please. Yeah, this is how it's been happening. Like, it seems like I'm winning, but then their Air Force comes in and fucks me up. And it's just not fun. Yes, easy peasy. Good. Get that modern body armor. You know, I think I really need to start getting lots of anti-air up and running. How much anti-air do I have in stockpile? Not a lot. I need to start producing tons of it so that I can bring anti-air with my troops forward. Which of my divisions actually has anti-air? I do not remember. Yeah, the mountain divisions have anti-air. Because at this point, the most important thing to do is to negate the effectiveness of their Air Force. Oh, look at that mechanized losses. We really need to do something about this. Because that is going to be crushing our motorized and mechanized formations. Yeah, that's a priority. When new factories come online, they're gonna be producing mechanized. Monarchist rally. Sure. Okay, we're shooting them down, but it's still not enough. Yeah, that's quite a lot of kills that we have, but that is really not enough. Looks like we got an ace. Very good. Ooh. Trying to sink my convoys, eh, China? The Battle of the Paracel Islands, of course. They've not been running out of equipment, even though they're very close to running out. They always seem to manage to scrounge together some more. They're at 10 million losses. And at this point, they're fielding 5 million manpower. Is it possible that they're ever going to run out? I think so. I mean, they're already scraping the barrel. And they're fielding 5 million. They probably have even more in reserve. What kind of reserves would you have? Ooh, very little. Very, very little. They're running out of manpower. I would have thought that they would have run out of equipment way before they ran out of manpower. But they're not running out of equipment. That's something that's absolutely marveling me. Because I thought that the AI would be pretty decent at least keeping their equipment levels pretty high, but not good enough to actually maybe I don't know, deal with the losses. But so far it doesn't really seem. Ooh, Bulgaria joins the European Union. Okay. I think that came from the decision. Mr. Boyko Borisov. Yes, this is very, very strange that they're still able to get so much done with so little equipment that they must have. I mean, they must be losing hundreds and hundreds and piles of equipment. That's very weird. We're starting to run out of support equipment. And now, whoa, we're out of artillery too, somehow, even though we had such a huge stockpile. In general, this isn't the best possible situation to be in. We're just in a very bad position with lots and lots of different different productions aren't going as well as they should be. Wow, look at that ticking. It's just ticking up every time. That's ridiculous. That's 10,000 people dying every time that number ticks up. The AI just never learns. They seem to have pulled back their bombers. Although I'm sure if yeah, here they are again. Wow, we're actually downing them by anti-air and disrupting them every once in a while. Wow, that's actually pretty awesome. So we're actually getting successes against the Chinese Air Force. However, when we attack, it is still a slaughter. And ooh, their navy is here. When doing what, I wonder? I do not know. Dangerous naval invasions. Ooh, scary. Oh, even more scary. In general, not very good. They're also trying to naval invade my mainland, which is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, the AI is just kind of all over the place at this point. They don't seem to know what to do. I'm still not sure how they're keeping all their troops supplied. Like, how is this possible that they're still at this kind of a supply level? I do not even know. Still trying desperately to repair this infrastructure, but they're not letting up their assaults. So it's not really working out in our favor. Oh, yes, that airfield seems to have gotten destroyed. So let's pull back to the other airfield. Ooh, finally! Finally, we have our airfield in northern Japan back under our control. So we can divide people up the way they're supposed to be. Very nice. Okay, overall, while no territorial progress, we've had some good things happen this session. We've also shut down 500 more enemy planes. Eventually, they're going to be running out of those as well. I hope. I think. And we're getting atomic research as well. Very good. Okay, let's get that nuclear reactor. And it appears like the game thinks we have air superiority up here, even though we don't. Ooh, look at that bomber disruption. That is great. As you can see, that graph is pretty coincidental. Whenever there's more spikes of one, the other falls. So if our ability to do that continues to move on and be better and better and better, then that is going to be nice. Now, to improve that, I need radars. So let's get some radars underway in this area so that we can see what's happening and, well, sure. Wonder if I can try something up here. Really now, that's 80 combat with... Oh, right. Right. So we can only insert 2 divisions at a time, and wow, we won! Okay, so we got a bit of a breakthrough there. And we're winning here, too. And here, however, things aren't going quite as well as they could be. Let's move in the reserves. You two are now officially out of the reserve and into the battle, and you two as well need to join in. Let's launch an offensive across the strait just to keep them busy. Oh, damn it. We came in and then we got instantly repulsed, it seems. Yeah, but they're huge reserves. And mostly they're planes, of course. Let's get back to the lines. But hey, at least these, at this point, it seems like things are going pretty okay. We're actually starting to make some progress. Even though it isn't very substantial, it's still progress nonetheless. Now, we've got enough infantry equipment. Need to start producing some damn support equipment, though. Because that's not very nice at all, that we're not having support equipment. Then we need to get anti-tank and that anti-air both going. At the expense of infantry equipment, because we have enough infantry equipment. Problem is, yeah, we need tons of that support equipment, which is going to be a nasty, nasty, nasty little endeavor. Our tank divisions are still pretty healthy, which is great, because the tank divisions really are what have been pulling us through. And our navy is almost entirely repaired, and once our navy is repaired, we can use this army to launch an amphibious attack. The target will be none other than Shanghai. Now, if only you understood what you should do. Very good, now you do. Oh, no, never mind. You're already a port, that's a base. So you do it like this. And the rest will be the reserves trying to hold out. Then once the fighting starts, they'll get thrown in. Like so. Yes, you're almost entirely replenished, which is very good. Wow, their bombers have been disrupted even more now, which is pretty great. Let's try this again. This time in multiple directions. I'll be a little bit more bold. Let's try this. Here we're not even facing enemy air attacks. And here we have broken through. Very good. It seems like we have actually achieved breakthroughs this time. You're going to be sent up there. You're going to be sent up there. You two are going to be sent in here. We might be able to hold some of these positions. It's not looking that great, actually. We're definitely losing lots of people in these offensives. Yeah, no. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to stop that. Stop that, stop that, stop that. Yes. Retreat back. Just going to make sure that these guys stay here. Because they really seem to want to... Yeah, okay, good. Everything's fine at this point. Good. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it for now. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you think about what is happening. And I'll see you soon.